Introducing to you about AI. This is where you input your prompts. You can specify a GitHub repository. You see the activity feed of all projects that is currently being done. And by the right panel, you see projects that are in progress. So I'll select one that I just started now, which is the a car ordering project. It's a full stack application, both the backend, front end database. Um, Currently, it has generated the product requirements document. And this project was created with a simple prompt of create an app to uh, order car, right? And it refined the prompt, created a refined project out of it, broke it down into requirements and milestones. So I opened the visualization page to see how the project is decomposed. And of course, you can make this to be step by step or continuous. You can as well view the live code it is generating here on Visual Studio Code web version. You can roll back to any face and it will do it. Of course, we have dark mode as well. So this is the project details, and it has broken it into multiple milestones. And for each milestone, it has generated technical design documents. So it generates product requirements documents while it is creating the project. It will generate the architecture documents, and then for each milestone, it will then create the technical design documents aside detailing the milestone. So for each milestone, it breaks each milestone to several sprints, and each sprint will of course have well detailed tasks, and those tasks are detailed to the last bit of what it's to do. It has worked on several tasks already and has reached the PR, matched it just as said. And the beauty of this is that it's so transparent in the way it builds, and it builds the natural way standard software engineering teams build, right, using agile methodology. It's currently working on the last project, the last task, and you can see how detailed the each task is. It's list out the code changes it's going to make, the files it's going to touch, and the changes it's going to touch, it's going to make to the files, right? That is how detailed it is. Uh, of course, you can view uh, the changes it's making live to see what and what. So you can see it has done the front end, it has created the Kubernetes for deployment, and then it has created the GitHub workflow as well. Every single detail for database, including the database migration, is generated. Every single detail needed is specified. Waiting for it to complete the last task, which it has just completed, and it's rounding up the generation phase, after which it will move on to the next phase, which is the delivery phase of the project. So we then go ahead to the delivery phase. Uh, it will analyze the project to know all the services that needs to be deployed, and then need to come up with uh, a deployment, to use the deployment manifest for the project. So you can see it has detected front end, back end, and it's asking what kind of deployment needs to be done. You can just do code, maybe just do the code, generated code, which directs to the GitHub repo, or you just want to deploy it without attaching any domain to it, or if you want to buy a domain or connect an existing domain you already bought. Another thing that can be done is you can select what service you want to use for deployment, both to the front end and the back end. You can use uh, Netlify, you can use Vessel for the front end. For the back end, you can use Railway, you can use AWS, Lightsail, you can use ECS, you can use C2. So there are several options available. And for deployment, of course, uh, once you click on deployment, it does some local validation for the last time to make sure that all is good, and then it goes ahead to deploy.